Welcome back to Frozen Education. This is Ed. Today I'm going to be giving a quick update on NOVN. I'm also going to go through the presentation update on their pipelines, as well as what kind of catalysts I'm looking forward toward this stock. So first things first, the stock has had a little bit of a beating for quite a little now since the last rally. I would consider it somewhere around here. So we're going to first do the 1 month, 1 day technical analysis. Then we're going to go through the 1 hour interval, and then I'm going to go through the presentation and see any catalysts that might come up. So first things first, you can get to see the average directional index is at an okay level, somewhere under 45, which is fine with me. It seems to be on a green run, a little 10% today. It dipped a little after extended market. We can see that the momentum here for the stock looks to be quite nice, although a little bit dangerous. That could face a little bit of a pullback. But you can see that MACD here is actually tending towards a positive direction, which can basically signal a possible breakout sometime soon. 10 SMA is above the 30 EMA, which is amazing news for me here. You get to see that the volumes have been a little bit steady, not quite dropped yet, but there's a little bit of attention picking up for the stock here and there. Going into the 5 days, 1 hour period, you get to see that the stock is, although on the 1 hour period, a little bit getting a pullback, and there is possible chance of a negative reversal, so it might perhaps bleed for a day and then see perhaps a breakout. So you can see the 1 days and 1 hour are a little bit on different notes here, so we need to look further into it. Average directional index seems to be strong at 29 towards the trend that is actually following through right now. Momentum seems to have pulled back a little, which is amazing news for me. It shows that there's potential for a little bit more growth in that. The William percent R seems to be pulled back a little bit towards the oversold part, a little bit to neutral, which is amazing. 10 SMA is above the 30 EMA in the 1 hour period, and the stock is in the trading action zone where reversals are most likely. We're going to go here quickly through the moving averages, and we get to see the stock is trading within the moving average. We go to the 1 month, 1 day period. You get to see that the stock is on the above part, so there might be a little bit of pullback there before we see any jumping. In terms of the stock itself, it's trading at a neutral. And you get to see here there's a golden cross, which is amazing bullish sign. So it looks like it's actually might see its day sometime soon. Now, let's try to see if there's any trend lines here. Okay, that could not be it. What? Any form of... Okay, well, it seems to have a little bit of a short uptrend here, so that's still a good sign. Now, I would like to pick the stock somewhere perhaps at a support, so I'm going to go quickly do Fibonacci retracements, and I'm going to go identify the current supports that I see here. So the current Fibonacci retracement sits it at 0.51 for the current support, and it seems to be a resistance for a while. Now, traditionally, you can see the support is sitting somewhere around 0.46. So I would really love to pick the stock somewhere around 0.46 that it seems to have been traded for quite a while. Now, let me show you here quickly a little bit of the pattern from previous years. Well, not previous years, from the start of the year, and get to determine if we see a little bit of similar movements. Now, what I'm trying to get is somewhere as close as oversold as possible. So let's take a quick look into the 3 months, 1 day. You get to see the stock price is still above the 200 SMA, so that's good news for us. Now, the downside is that the stock can go down to 0.31, but I really doubt it, especially since this is actually possibly a COVID play, especially since now there's publications saying that nitric oxide, one of their actual products, is being tested for treatments for coronavirus. So I'll show you that in a second here. But first things first, we get to see in terms of the stock, in terms of the website here, we get to see quickly through the presentation. 1 second here, we get to see a little bit of an insight towards the company. You can get to see that as well, that it basically relates to as well a bit the pH controlled NO release profiles, targeted delivery of NO to sites. So there's a lot of technical terms here, but what's more important here is the development of pipelines, and that's where you can get to identify a little bit of catalysts that might come through. Now, I'm going to go through the updated pipelines on their website here. Now, in terms of the nitric oxide, there is a little bit of benefits from it, other than it possibly being a COVID treatment that is being tested right now. Contagious skin infection caused by, I'm not going to attempt to read this, I'm not a scientist, a double-stranded DNA virus. So no FDA treatment indicated, approved yet. 70% of patients below the age of 10, typically present with 10 to 30 lesions up to 100 plus and severe cases. So there's a lot of good market for this stock in terms of the treatments. I've gone before through a little bit of the overview into what this company has to offer. So it seems here, just one thing straight for me is the pipelines. Oh wait, pipelines right here. The drug I just mentioned here, the molluscum is actually on phase 3, so there might be a little bit of news to hear there, or acne vulgaris. But they're also they have a lot of different things in the pipelines that any PR that might be related to FDA or positive treatment or even recruiting for new trials that could actually push the stock quite a little bit above. Now there has been publications, and let me try to find it here, for COVID-19 treatment using nitric oxide. Now, it has run before due to that, but it's still under experiment. From my understanding, is still under experimentation. Now, I believe that's under for investments for investors in the news. Yeah, but anyway, let me know what you think about the stock. Make sure to mention down in the comment below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day. And I'll be able to mention in the comments below that article link. Have a good day.